The district has allowed highly questionable, disturbing, and violent sexual content into required reading. The book titled Kite Runner, with a central theme of rape and violence, is currently being required for 9th grade English class to read right now. The central act of the novel is about this scene. Asaf knelt behind Hassan, put his hands on Hassan's hips, and lifted his bare buttocks. He kept one hand on Hassan's back and undid his own belt buckle with his free hand. He unzipped his jeans, dropped his underwear. He positioned himself behind Hassan.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
I mean, we're transmitting this meeting to
You're
everybody.
requiring 9th graders to read this
I understand,
book
I understand, but just the language, it's not going to be appropriate.
Exactly, that's my point.
I understand. I understand, but remember that we have elementary. Please, we have elementary school kids listening to this meeting. I mean, we understand the book. We understand the title. We know the title. We don't need to go and read it. You understand? So we can just report it, go to the school, and just talk about it. But we don't need to be reading stuff that is not appropriate for small elementary school kids that might be listening to this meeting, please.
Okay, so I won't read any more from the book, but that scene is about a 12-year-old boy getting raped by a 17-year-old boy while another 12-year-old boy is watching. This book was on numerous banned book lists for offensive language, violence, unsuited to age group, and sexually explicit, including rape and pedophilia. It's shelved in the adult section at the Grapevine Public Library. I want to show you this to give you some perspective. This is from a website called Lit Charts, and it highlights the length of the chapter in gray, and then the blue you see, that is the amount of the book that spends talking about rape and violence. So I'm asking for you to provide in writing a plan to address a new vetting process and who will be responsible for its outcome for required or recommended reading. And an immediate directive to cease reading this book before October 31st. It's our job to protect our kids from things like this and not expose them to it. So this is really unacceptable and it's inappropriate and disappointing. That's all I have. I'd like to share this with y'all.
You can give it to Ms. Hutto, and then she will give it to the board. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Kelso.